Welcome. This is the recorded read aloud for the Unit 2B multiple choice test. And here we go. This is question 1. Choose the statement that is true about the properties of solids. They are rigid with a definite volume and shape. The molecules are not stuck to each other and are free to move around. The molecules have a large amount of thermal energy and they vibrate a lot. You can pause the recording between questions if you need some more time to answer. Question 2. Compare these images of water. After comparing, choose the statement that is true. Image B is a liquid because the molecules are very close together and appear to be free to move around. Image A is a liquid, image B is a solid, and image C is a gas. Or image A is matter in the gaseous state because the gas particles are separated far apart. Question 3. Which state of matter is the most common form of matter in the universe because it makes up stars? A, gas, B, solid, C, plasma. Question 4. Choose the process below that releases energy and is therefore exothermic. Sublimation, condensation, evaporation. Question 5. In the autumn, it is common to see frost on windshields of cars and on the leaves, and grass on the ground. This occurs due to what process? Deposition, evaporation, sublimation. Question 6. Your 5-year-old niece, Samantha, asks you why there is sweat on the outside of her glass of iced lemonade. Which statement below is a good explanation about why there are liquid droplets on your niece's glass? A. The process of condensation has occurred. Energy of the gas particles of the air around the glass is decreasing, causing them to change to the liquid state. B. The droplets have appeared because the ice in the lemonade is melting. Or C. The process of evaporation has occurred because the air is warmer than the iced lemonade. Question 7. A phase change diagram shows how temperature and pressure affect phase change. Use the diagram below to answer the question. Let me see if I could get it all on the same page. There's the phase diagram. Let's see if I make this smaller, if I could fit it. Okay. Okay, a phase change diagram shows how temperature and pressure affect phase change. Use the diagram below to answer the question. Which letter represents the temperature and pressure at which water exists in all 3 phases of matter, solid, liquid, and gas? Is it point A, point B, or point C? Question 8. If the temperature of water is greater than 0.01 degrees Celsius and the pressure is 101.3 kilopascals, what state of matter is the water in? Is it A, liquid, B, gas, or C, solid? Question 9. The kinetic theory of matter explains that states of matter are defined by the conservation of matter, the motion of their particles, the kinds of molecules that they are made up of. Question 10. The temperature of a substance is directly proportional to the blank of its molecules. Is it volume of the substance, average kinetic energy, or sum of the kinetic energy of all the particles in the substance? I didn't mean to click on this one. I'm going to go ahead and read it again. Maybe I could flip back and see if it does. It's still going to keep the answer there. I did not mean to click on that one. Again, the temperature of a substance is directly proportional to the blank of its molecules. Volume of the substance, average kinetic energy, or the sum of kinetic energy of all of the particles in the substance. Question 11. A glass of ice water can be described as a system. The first law of thermodynamics states that the energy can move in and out of systems. What happens to the energy in the ice cubes as they melt? The energy in the ice cubes is transferred to the water, the glass, and the air as they melt. The energy of the ice cubes essentially disappears from the system. The energy of the ice cubes is transformed into radiant energy. The second law of thermodynamics can be used to interpret or explain the graphics below. Which statement below is not true about what these graphics show? Energy always flows from a lower state to a higher state. The graphics are showing the concept of entropy, the downward flow of energy. Graphic A shows the reason why water doesn't flow uphill. The water moves from high energy potential to low energy potential. Number 13. Lord Kelvin invented a scale in 1848 that is referred to as an absolute scale. It has no negative values like the Celsius and Fahrenheit scales do. What is the lowest temperature possible on the Kelvin scale? Is it 273 Kelvin, 0 Kelvin, or 0 degrees Fahrenheit? Question 14. If a substance has a temperature very close to absolute zero, what is true about the movement of the particles in that system? Is it A, the movement of the particles increases as the substance reaches a temperature of absolute zero? The particles gain kinetic energy as they approach absolute zero. The movement of the particles is slower and slower, almost stopping, as the temperature of the substance is very close to 0 Kelvin. Question 15. Refer to the following diagram and information to answer this question. In this diagram, heat energy is being added over time. The y-axis shows an increase in temperature, and the x-axis shows the passage of time. In the diagram, the solid is melting at which point? A, B, or C? And the last question, 16. As the kinetic energy of particles of matter increases, the space between the particles increases, decreases, or stays the same? That's the last question on the test. If you have any questions or need any help, please let me know.